I get warm up because I know what I'm going to talk about until I start. Okay, so happy Wednesday to you. Hope all is well with everybody. Guys, I have a little dilemma. Okay, all of my hairstylists decided one night from the other that they're leaving the island, so I have to find another hairstylist because your girl, I hate to say it, but my hair is out of control. So this weekend, what I'll be doing is trying to get my hair under some type of, control. I tried it the other night and I couldn't do it. I said, no, 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 I need to pay somebody to do this for me because me doing this by myself, it's too much. It's overly like thick. It's it's out of control. Okay, so I'm not gonna do it. I can't do the work. I'm gonna make somebody else do it for me. But I was sad yesterday because when I reached out to my hairstylist, which is my friend, she basically told me she's leaving on Friday and she's not taking no more appointments at this point in time. So I was a little teary eyed there. And then I found a new individual that does hair and I can't get a hold of her. I've been reaching out through Instagram. I've been reaching out through, her direct phone. So I just pray that she is okay and she have not left the island either. I don't think so though, because she seems like she's settled here for a little bit longer and she works at the airport. So I'm praying that she's just having one of those lifing days and she'll be right back in no time. Okay. And she'll respond by the end of the week. Otherwise, me and my daughter, I can do my own hair, but my daughter will basically have to go home on vacation with her hairstyle that she currently has, which was done right. And I think she can go another month or two. But guys, pray for me. I need a hairstylist, okay? If you guys are in Hawaii and you know of anybody that does our type of hair, do some nice little two-strand twist on my natural hair, I'll be more than happy to, you know, get that information so that I can go out there and contact them because I need it done. Otherwise, I got to do it by myself. And y'all already know when I'm doing my hair by myself, I don't I don't know. It's just something with the back. I have like three different textures in my hair. So it will start out with the front is very sensitive, meaning it's the thinnest part of my hair. And then you have a little 4A, and the back of my hair is like 4Z. It is stiffer than I don't know what. It's like it wire. Okay, it's very wiry. However, though, at the end of the day, guys, that's the hardest part of the hair to get done. Okay, and when I do it, I feel like it's not done perfectly from the back. So because I'm over analytical for what I do, when I feel little spaces, I'm like, oh, it's not done right. So I pay for people to do it for me and get the back, and then I'll retwist, every week, every 2 weeks, and redo everything all over. But it's already twisted by a professional. So because they're gone now, I got to do it by myself. It's going to take some time. But in the meantime, guys, if you're just coming in here, go hit that like button. I'll appreciate it. And today's conversation is just a normal on the go conversation as I am driving to drop off my first order here in on Walmart Spark. I did Walmart Spark this morning. I actually, for the first time, worked out multi-apping, and I don't recommend this to nobody. Okay, don't do this. But it worked in my favor where I got a lift ride right behind the Walmart warehouse, and at the same time I got a Walmart order shop and delivery, which was like 40 something dollars, guys. So I took it and I was praying that 30 minutes I could have get that person picked up and drop off before they canceled my order. They did not cancel it, which was good. So I am on a multi-app order where I already dropped off my passengers. Now I'm heading down to drop off my Walmart Spark. So I'm gonna clock in just on those two drops, guys. That was a total of 80 something dollars because I multi-app. It don't work all the time because sometimes they send you one side and then they bring it and send you the opposite way, and then you're confused, and then some of your orders get canceled through the app, and that's not a good look for you, especially if you are on DoorDash. Okay, don't do it on DoorDash. Make sure that you're doing it on other apps. Spark is more linear, it's not as intense where they'll deactivate you. Yes, they will, but it helps you out a little bit when you're multi-apping. If you do multi-app, make sure that it makes sense. So that one made sense to me, and I got it, and I was not canceled. So whoop 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 to 80 something dollars by two drops. One on Lyft and the other one on Walmart Spark. So that was good to start my day. It's 7:42, and just received a message from my hubby because guess what? She walked out of her house without her car paperwork. So yes, I am driving. You could call it illegal if you want to, but I don't have any paperwork today in my car because at the end of the day, I just want you to know that sometimes you're over stretching yourself, you're multi-apping, not apping, you're multitasking yourself, and then you drop the ball on what's important. So my car paperwork, I have to go back to the house. Hello, Sister Dawn, how are you? Hope all is well with you, sister. Oh my goodness, I owe you a call. Okay, we gonna catch up a little bit later. Okay, my sister. I thought you were under. It's 7:42. What are you doing up? You used to be sleeping. Okay, I hope you had a nice little rest. Hello, Sister Stacy. Hope all is well with you. But yes, guys, by me multi-apping today, I ran out of the house, forgot my paperwork for the car just because I was uploading yesterday. I had life was life in me yesterday. I had to go and get my car updated um, for the inspection. So it passed the inspection, so that's a good thing. I have one more task to do before I leave for vacation. And y'all remember a few months ago when I told you guys that I just backed into a corner and scratched my whole side of my car up. So next week they finally have appointments, so I'm gonna go in there and get that out of the way to see how much that's going to be. They're going to give me a quote for that portion. One thing, when you're in the gig economy, you're gonna have a little bit of good, bad, and a little ugly. And guys, that was a little bit ugly for me because this car has taken me through thick and thin. And let me tell you, she had took some beating. Okay, this car had took some beating. The first two times I got into anything with this car, and it was my fault. All the other time, it was somebody else's fault. Okay, but now that it's my fault, I am dragging myself because the area that I really want to go and get it fixed, which was the best location that I had the last couple of times, they were booked all the way. So next week, pray for me that I get, a nice little quote. It's not going to be an arm and a leg, and I can execute so that I can go refocus myself back into my little gig, getting that little money here and there. But that's the little update that I had for you guys for today on what's going on in my life. And then I'm heading home. Good thing is my Lyft app, not the Lyft, my Walmart Spark is going to take me back to the house so I can pick up my paperwork. But I'm driving illegal at this point in time. But you got to do what you got to do. And I did not know until hubby, he's always on it. Let me tell you, my my husband, I told him he be working overtime because Paulette Little Brains be all over the place. And he is like that centerpiece. Have you ever been like, gone with the wind, and all of a sudden you realize you can't fly but so high because somebody got you like string up? Well, that's hubby. He gonna make sure, okay, you're missing a shoe, you're missing a socks. Like, he always makes sure he crosses the T and dot the I, because I would have never known that I did not have my car paperwork in the car if hubby did not go behind his little wife that's always just woohoo in the world and double check to make sure. So he texts me, he's like, honey, you need to come home, you can't be driving around, you're doing Lyft, and your paperwork is on the table. I'm like, okay, honey, I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back. So that's what I'm doing. And God always align things for you too, because I was humble accepting my my little discombobulation this morning. I didn't be like, oh my gosh, can you bring it for me? Feeling entitled. I just said, you know what? I was right. He's right. I need to go back home because I don't want to take nobody in my car and turn around and something happen and I don't have all my paperwork. That would not be cute at all. So I'm gonna go home, and the drop off that I'm dropping is close to my location, so that's a good thing. And he said he was going to meet me halfway by 9 o'clock, but I gotta go to the gym. I'm boxing today. Today's Wednesday. We're gonna be you gotta bob and weave in that little bag. So I'm gonna be bobbing and weaving today. So that is one of the reasons why I need my paperwork, because I gotta go on the other side of the island for my boxing class, and I don't want to be driving around feeling like I'm naked or something. You feel naked without the car paperwork. But that's about all that we can do, is just stay humble and refocus ourselves. So I need to slow down. I think I'm speeding up. I'm just feeling like I'm just running in one place. Have you all ever started your car and you just hit gas but you don't take it out of park? Well, that's how I'm feeling these last couple of days. I just feel like I'm doing a little bit too much, right? Y'all could tell me, if Paulette, you're doing a little bit too much, just tell me, because I'm feeling like I'm just running in space. And you know, yesterday I told my sister, I said, I'm feeling like I'm doing a whole lot and I'm not seeing results of certain things. And she's like, don't get weary in well doing. You get weary in well doing, Paulette. How dare you? That's your favorite Bible verse, never to get weary in well doing. And I was like, that's right. It was a great reminder, because sometimes we do tell us, I got comes. Do we believe? Do we believe? Or are we just going to drop the ball and how somebody else remind you and encourage you to pick it back up? Because don't get weary in well doing. Don't let go of the ball yet. You're nearly there. Just push through. Just get through it. So I needed that reminder yesterday. Today I'm in better spirits, of pulling it together and be like, you know what? You're right. You're right. Even though I left the house without my car paperwork, so now that gonna cost me another hour or two, because right now traffic is not the best for this timing, but we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. How are you guys doing today? Sister Dawn say you're a hot mess, but I love you. I love you too, Sister Dawn. I love you too. Oh my gosh, but yo, you know, like I always say, I don't sweat the small stuff. I just keep pushing through, and it makes sense sweating the small stuff, And y'all know I'm a little cuckoo anyway, that's just part of who I am. The other day, me and my husband was talking. I was like, so, imagine. I said I'm gonna be quiet today, and he looked at me like he always do, like, and he shake his head. I was like, I could be quiet, and then I could be like a little fly on the wall, and don't be in nobody's way. And he's looking at me like, honey, that is so not you. You're gonna hear me before you see me. Like in the gym, everybody's like, I hear Paulette, but I don't see her yet. And they're like, oh, there she is. Yeah, because wherever I'm at, you're gonna have some. It's gonna be some firework. It's gonna be some excitement. We're gonna have a whole lot of like positive vibes going around. If you guys don't want to be positive, then you may not want to hang out with me. Okay, you don't want to hang out with me. And yes, I get a little down sometimes, not all the time, because I've learned that when you do have your high and you're in that moment of low, tell yourself you're not staying there long. We're not staying there long. Do I go low? Sometimes when I feel empty and I just feel like I need 2 minutes to just go in the shower and just cry. Yes, yes. Listen, she human, I got little feelings, sometimes I'm empty. Not so I'm just pouring out to everybody else, and then I don't get that pour back. And then sometimes I just need to pull myself away, go and pray about it, cry about it for 2 seconds. 2 seconds, yes. I want to do 2 seconds, because I know that valley, the devil wants me to stay in there, but I'm not staying in there, because I know the secret. I'm going to get out. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to get out. So that's what I've been doing for the longest. And it works for me. Now, everybody's different. Some of y'all too short. So why am I going to stay in the valley for too long? 2 minutes. That's all you got to go. You think about the problem. You acknowledge there's a problem. You say, Houston, we have a problem. And then after you realize and acknowledge you have the problem, then you think about it, acknowledge it, you simmer on it a little bit, and then you figure out how you're going to fix the problem, or is it fixable? If it's not fixable, then you got to figure out how you're going to move on. You can't stay there trying to fix an arrow. An arrow you can't fix, okay? It's unfixable. So you just have to start from where you're at and keep moving forward. That's why I don't stay lingering for too long in nothing. I said what I have to say. I see me and my brother the other day, we were chatting, and I said what I said, and he's like, "Oh, you're a little tough today." I'm like, "Yeah, because I'm not gonna love you to go in a dark space." Y'all, that's my brother, the one that I tell you that he has his moments of anxiety and depression. Everybody suffer with something, okay? But I'm the one to pull him out every time he tries to go in there. So my response to him is, we're gonna do some tough loving here. I'm not gonna love you to go all the way down in that space and then pull me in there with you. And I could be sometimes when he go into his back then when he will go into his depression, he could go in there for like a week. A week? I'm like, bruh, I don't have a whole week to gas you up and tell you how good you is and what's your worth is. And I know it's easy for a person that don't have the situation to talk about it. And let me tell you, I may be sound funny right now, but in that moment, I'm very dedicated to my family member um or my or any individuals, because depression is no joke. Sometimes people are going through their depressed moments and they don't even know why. It's like, I just feel so sad, and then you try to talk to them and you're like trying to understand a person that can't understand, trying to understand a person that's going through something in their little their little their brains. It's hard. So don't try to understand when somebody tell you that they're feeling down today. Don't try to sugarcoat it. That's how they're really genuinely feeling, and we need to respect that. A lot of time we be trying to fix it. All you could do is pray about it. So when my brother go into his little hole or try to go into his hole, I'm right there like, come, come out of here, come over here. No, you're not going in there. Now I speak to the thing. I have to speak to the thing, and now I'm more boisterous with the thing when I call it out. And the last time he went into to me and him was talking, he said, you're a little tough on me. He said, but I need that. I need that. I'm not gonna love you to feel sorry for yourself all the time. Every time you feel like life is life, and you're gonna go in that space, and then you're there for so long, a week, 2 weeks, and here I am digging you out and putting you back up on the shelf and being telling you, you're it. You were born for this. You were built to last. You weren't, and I'm here encouraging, uplifting. So the last couple weeks, he had one that was going into one of those moments where he was down and he just felt like, everything. And I gassed him up, and I told him who he was. I had to tell him. I said, who you are. And he said, I'm a child of God. I said, exactly. And he is ordaining all your steps. So do not allow the devil to make you feel anything other than who you are. And all of a sudden, I start speaking to the thing, and he calls me today. He's like, I just want you to know, because he know if he gonna come with a problem, he better have that solution right away, because I'm gonna chop it off. I'm gonna be cha-ching, like, And he comes and he's like, the other day I was feeling a little bit down. He said, and I just want you to know, you're a little tough on me. I say, yeah, I was tough on you because I love you. And when I'm tough on you, it's not because I'm being mean to you. It's because I could already see where you're trying to go and where the devil is trying to take you. And I'm not going to love you to keep going there over and over and over again. I have the solution where I'm going to call it out and I'm going to tell you your worth. And then he said to me, he said, thank you. And then every time he'd get off the phone, he said, I love you. That's my brother. That's the one. That is the one that a few years ago, I shared a story where he was in a space where I was like, it's too much. I got to protect my peace, And it was painful. It was hurtful. But you know what? I had to protect my peace. And now that he's back, we talk like too much every day. Me and my brother can talk like 7, 8, 9, 10 times. He could talk to me all day, and I'm like, Eric, I got things to do. Okay. I got things to do. You need to figure out, find yourself another friend. He said, but yeah, but nobody's going to tell it to me like how you tell it to me. Nobody's going to could be honest enough that it's going to be tough love with me. They're just going to try to sugarcoat it or tell me that I'm crazy or whatever. I never tell him he's crazy, because I know that that's a thing. Okay, a lot of time people say, "Oh, depression is nothing. Depression is something." Okay, my brother had it all his life. Depression, anxiety, a little bit of bipolar here, a little bit of there, and we had to learn to deal with it. It's a thing. You got to pray about it. My grandmother will pray through, and make Help people learn to believe in themselves and stop making them feel like they're lack. Because that's that depression will put you in that lack space where you feel like, oh my gosh, I don't have this, I don't have that, I'm never no good for nothing. And all of a sudden you speak negative to yourself. You got to speak positive. So today when I spoke to my brother, he told me, I have two jobs, but I want something more like a one stable, not stable, but something that I don't have to do two things. I could just fold in one. He said I already gave out resume to this place. He said I have a bunch of people that's gonna call me on Monday. Everybody said Monday, and I said, well, Monday it is. Right now you have two jobs. And I say some people don't have none. Some people want to have two jobs and they don't have. I say you've done a 360, and look at you now. Look at you now. So at the end of the day, he's like, yeah, yeah, you're right. I got to stay with my positivity. I got to stay believing. And he says universe because he's come a long way. Okay. God created the whole universe. So in his mind, he says universe instead of God. Now, today, he said the Lord. So I'm like, keep praying. I got to keep praying for him because eventually it's going to click. It's going to come. Boom. And it's going to hit him. And I know it's hitting him because he believe. He know there's a higher power. He know all of that. But he's not on my faith walk journey that I'm on. And that's it. But he's still my brother, and I want the best for him. And no, I'm not gonna cut him off because he don't believe in the truth or he don't understand yet the truth. But he's coming a long ways. He went from universe to now he's saying the Lord. So that's a good sign. I mean, I'm like, oh my God, God is working on him. He's working on him. He believed. Oh, there you go. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay. From the universe to the Lord. I take it. That I'll take that any day. So that's where we're at with him. Tough love is hard, but it's so necessary, especially when you're dealing with family members and you love them dearly. You don't want to take anything from them. You want from their experience. You want them to experience what they're experiencing, but you gotta be right there waiting for them to have that shoulder to lean on in case you need to boost them up or you need to gas them up or you need to wake them up, shake them and say, stop it. Don't allow the devil to take you down that path. And let me tell you, it's been now over 4 months. My brother have not gone into that dark hole where he just feel defeated. Okay, it's been over 4 months. So you imagine nearly 40 years and will go into a space where he felt was comfortable that was killing him and his ambition and his whole being for being so pessimistic to having to bring positivity back in, gas them up, pray on them every single day. I mean, it was prayer. Sometimes I'll pray for my brother and I would say, Lord, you know just what he needs. I'm not even asking you. That's your child. Go deal with him. I was lost for words. And then one day, boom, it came up. And let me tell you, it only take that one turn to who he should be, instead of fighting in this valley for too long. So don't stay in the valley too long, guys. You sabotage your blessing when you stay there. I'm not saying you won't go there or you never go there because that's not true. Everybody go in the valley. I go in the valley and I'm going to be the first one to talk on myself. I will go in that valley, but I already know that's where the devil wants me, and I do not allow him to keep me there too long. If I go in that valley, I give myself 2 minutes. All he get is 2 minutes. He get two teardrops and he got 2 minutes of me saying how sorry I am for myself, and I'm done. And I'm done. And then I get an attitude. Then I'm like, you know what? You get behind me, Satan. You best leave me alone, devil. And I call him out, and he leaves because he's a coward. He's not gonna stay around when you call him out. He don't want to fight. He just want you to feel defeated without the fight. Now, how am I gonna feel defeated if we never fought? But I know he's there, so I called him out, and all of a sudden he gonna run. And then sometimes he get the upper hand of you. I'm not gonna lie to you. The devil, he's real now. Okay, he's there. He's probably listening to me right now, like, ooh, I'm gonna get her later. But I know he is real. He's out there. He's out there. He be right there to tap dance. He's like, ooh, your weaknesses. Ice cream. I'm gonna make everybody give you ice cream. Tell you all of the desserts that they have on sale in 2 days for $2. And all of a sudden you run in there, you're like, oh my God, I gotta get to this ice cream. It's $2 per ice cream for a pint of ice cream. And then you sit there and you just wobble in it. just wobbling it, and then you cry about how your gut feel uncomfortable or your hair. Oh my gosh, you guys are killing it in these comments. I have to read. I gotta read it. Give me a second. Let me see if I get in here. Sister Stacy. Sister Stacy said greetings, working. Hello. Oh, okay. Thank you guys for coming in. Sister Dawn says it's 1:42 here, girl. Oh my gosh, it's 1:40. That's true. I forgot. Y'all know how I am with the timings. I'm in Hawaii, so it's just 8 o'clock here. 8:02. Okay, it's 8:02 here, and we just be chilling over here. I'm just dropping off and about to go and get my paperwork that I left at home. Okay. Sister Stacy say, please. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for hitting that like button. I appreciate it. She says she's listening. Sister Dawn say I'm a hot mess. Yes, I am. And I own it. Okay, I own it. But I'm a real hot for you sometime to step back and take some time for yourself. And you sure does. You sure do. You sure did. You do. You do tell it to me. You tell it to me raw and real, you know. However, though, I'm doing a little bit more better. At least I got my Sunday back. You know, I'm not working on Sunday. That's a good thing. You know, I'm cutting it down. I'm cutting her down real good. You know, I would love one but probably next week I'll probably pull back in my Saturday and Sunday. You know, she's getting there. I be listening. You know, I may be moving in slow motion, but I'm listening. I got you, sister. I know you mean well. I know you do. Sister Dawn said you are no good to anyone when you're overwhelmed. Yes, and that's true. I've learned that in the last couple of years that when I am overwhelmed, and every day you're going to get a scenario. Just yesterday, I got a text and message. I have a family member that fell down and broke her hips. And you know, when you get those messages from family members, you know just what time it is, right? And I'm looking like, Lord, I can pray. I'm going to pray, but what they're expecting from me, I may not be able to do right now because I'm getting ready to go on vacation. I got my own little things that I need to do. And I'm sorry that that had to happen, but at this point, I think all I could do is send prayers. I didn't specifically say anything like, "Hey, you need to send this," but you know how they go around the, well, you know, if she don't get this amount of money, then she would not be able to do the surgery. Then it puts you mentally in a space of your life where you're like, "Oh my God, it's a life and death situation, and she's still breathing," and they're just saying she's in pain. They're gonna remove her from the hospital, and I'm like, here I am again. I guess this is a test. The Lord is telling me, Paulette, are you gonna sit there and you're gonna reach out again and overdo yourself, overextend yourself because you just feel like you gotta be a captain, save somebody, or you're just gonna pray about it and allow the Lord to deal accordingly, and I feel like I'm not the only family member here. There's other family members. Let them lead the way instead of me jumping in. So I'm learning to stay in my seat even when it comes to situations like that I'm normally will jump, like, okay, we got to do this, and I'm executing, and people are so used to me executing, and I'm getting to the point where the Lord is telling me you can't execute for everybody. You got to let them know that you're praying for them. Sometimes people just need prayers. They got to figure it out. Okay, you're not me. Okay, the Lord keep telling it to me all the time. He's like, you be thinking you're me. You ain't me. You can't save everybody. Okay, that's my job. I'm like, yes, Lord, yes, Lord. Okay, hallelujah, praise the Lord. Tell it to me, Lord. I know you do. He tells it to me raw all the time. And right now, I think the best thing for me is to just pray, send my sympathy, send my love, and whenever I do get to that point of, you know what, let me lend a helping hand, I'll lend a helping hand. I love lending helping hands when it's natural, when it's a natural flow, when you know, when you pray about it and the Lord leads you and guides you to it. I think that's the best blessings ever because both people get blessed. I love blessing when you don't know I'm gonna bless you. I just bless you because the Lord told me tap in there, Paulette. And for me, that is the best feelings. That's the best feeling. Now, guys, let me see. Give me a second. I have to turn around and figure out where this person's place is. And as soon as I get there, I just want you to know that I'm going to finish up these messages. Give me 1 second. Blessings is Dawn, okay? This Dawn, so the devil is a liar. Yes, he is. 144. Give me a second. And 156F. I need to go 156 on that side. So I need to go 156B. Alrighty, I gotta turn around. But at the end of the day, guys, yes, the devil is a liar, Sister Dawn. Please hit that bus button. Everybody's la la la. Froze up a second, but you're good. Oh yeah, I'm gonna that's the only thing. I can't wait for my husband to hurry go ahead and get his own phone. Buy me the new phone and he take this phone so that I can get my other phone back and I can have my two phones. That's what I need. Pray for me, okay? Look at me being selfish. My husband's phone went screen went out on him. So right now, um, eh, this is E and they're B, and I had to lend him my second phone. So AB, 156, and that's why I have one phone. So I got it. This is my work phone. I gotta be clicking back and forth. It's a mess, but well, it is what it is. 56B, A B C D E F, and this person is all the way up here on AB. My God. Oh my God. This is um and it is C and oh, these people live in strange places, guys. I'm gonna tell you that they live strange places. But what can I say? I need to figure out where they're living at. You never know. These people, they live anywhere and they don't put no address on their houses and they don't put no numbers either. You have to like it come from osmosis, like if and they never come outside. So that's why I get irritated sometimes, when my little flesh want to kick in. I'll be like, you know what, I'm gonna just put it anywhere and take a picture and I'll be gone. I'm gonna get paid. I'm gonna get paid. But I wouldn't do it all the time. It's the early mornings. I don't want to be so like in my flesh. I already prayed up. I feel good. I'm in good spirits. I'm in good spirit. I just want you to know that. You can only do so much. Okay, let's see. All right, gotta do what you gotta do, sis. Amen. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Well, anyway, sounds a bit like Pittsburgh. Really? I'm telling you, they don't put any name or anything to say bye bye. Okay, because I have to figure out this place. I guys, thank you guys for chiming in. I appreciate it. Okay. Love you. Deuces.